you have a candle out, a very special.
Yes.
It smells like, I don't know what it smells like because I don't know, but what does it smell like, Gwyneth?
It smells, well, the candle itself smells like roses and bergamot and, but the name of it.
What was the inspiration for the candle?
Well, the candle is called This Smells Like My Vagina.
This candle!
On this episode of The Commercial Break.
Baccarat.
I have no idea how to play Baccarat, but I was interested.
Baccarat's in the back of the casino.
I know. I was interested. I got out there, and, I mean, it was so funny. We were going all around.
What the fuck is Baccarat? How do you play Baccarat?
I don't know.
Hashtag preaching penis.
Didn't you drop a load of cash off to it? Another girl?
I dropped a load of something, girl. You know I did. I did. I dropped $25,000 on a doorstep. But it's all in the up and up. Just me praising the Lord. Hey, Ted, it's me, Carl, your boss. I feel it too, boy. I feel it. I feel you rubbing up against my leg every once in a while at the printer. I know we're just two long-lost, disparate lovers waiting for each other to quit each other's jobs. But I just gotta let you know, I'm not quitting my fucking job. What are you, a moron?
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Oh, yeah, cats and kittens. Welcome back to another episode of The Commercial Break. I am Bryan Green. This is my dear friend, Kristen Joy Hoadley. Best to you, Krissy.
And best to you, Bryan.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. How the hell are you? Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of this, The Commercial Break. It's not for everyone, but fact, news, or fiction is guaranteed in 15 seconds or less, or your money back. Go to the brand new TCBpodcast.com website to collect your earnings.
Is it brand new still?
Yeah, it's going to be brand new until I say it's not brand new.
Okay.
Maybe now it's just new. It's not brand new. It's just new.
Okay.
It's freshened up maybe since the last time you went there. I don't know how long it is before people go to... A lot of people go to the website, though.
It's a great website.
It's a great website. Which is why we need a new one, which is why we'll get another one.
I
know. Krissy.
Yes,
What are you going to get
Bryan.
Jeff for Christmas?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, I just want a hint. Just give me a hint.
Oh,
He doesn't listen to the show. What does it Does it matter? He's not going to hear this.
He's had his eye on that manscaping thing that's all the rage.
What manscaping thing that's all the rage?
On every podcast you listen to.
Oh, shave your nuts or clean my balls?
Yeah.
He wants clean my balls? Just get him a razor and just do the razor thing. Clean my balls. All it is it's like a razor.
There's that. It does stuff with your nose hairs and your ears.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have a whole thing. I have a whole
manscaping.
I have a whole cabinet full of this stuff.
Also, he's gotten into jewelry.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of jewelry?
Bracelet.
You got a bracelet?
He got a bracelet, and I really like it.
Is it like a
It's
silver?
a cool bracelet.
Is it like silver or
No,
gold?
I mean, it's
is it like this?
No, it's not beads.
Okay.
It's like a leather thing that has like a skull thing on it.
Okay.
And I like
cool,
it.
like a John Varvatos type thing or something like that?
Yeah,
I wear beads because that's what third graders do, so I feel important. People are like, how old is that guy?
Those can also double as...
Anal beads? Maybe.
No.
I could try and stick them up there
That's
and see what happens.
I was not going to say that.
Yeah, well, I'll say it. Anal beads. Speaking of anal beads, the strangest fucking thing is going on in the world of chess. Have you read about this?
Chess? Other than the guy that got the kid, the robot attacked?
No, that broke his fingers? No. That's a whole different... Okay, in the world of professional chess,
yes.
there are two...
Controversy.
Very famous chess players.
Controversy.
And they have been going back and forth at each other.
And why is this speaking of anal beads?
Listen.
Okay.
One of the guys, people claim that he is cheating, that there is no way that he would naturally know how to do some particular move, the Kyber pass move, or, they all have names.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, the Cobra Kai move, or the shrash, whatever they call it. The King's Gambit. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because I'm not that smart. I'm not smart enough to play chess. But they say that this particular kid is not smart enough, or he's not as good of a player as he claims to be. So they think that this is a legitimate investigation going on right now whether or not he is sticking electronic anal beads in his ass that is being controlled by someone else, telling him which moves to make.
I mean, if so, kudos to that guy.
If you're willing to stick anal beads up your ass and get them vibrated for an hour,
way to cheat.
I say amen. That's it.
That is a great
we should be
way to
counting
cheat.
cards like this. We should go to Vegas and you count the cards.
I was just at the MGM Grand in DC, and oh my God, it was a scene.
Of course it's a scene. It's a fucking casino. Casinos are always a scene. Casinos are always a scene. First of all, it's one of the few places in the world where you can still smoke a fucking cigarette, right?
No.
You can't smoke any cigarettes?
Smoking, and no vaping.
No vaping?
No vaping.
In a fucking casino?
Correct.
How is that even possible? I know that there's one hotel in Vegas now that does not allow smoking anywhere on the casino floor, but I think most of them probably still do. You have to go to like the side, like you have to go to the
place I was
casinos.
in,
like
not allowing anything.
Oh, Houlihan's Casino, we still allow smoking. Come on in.
That reminds me of when when my friend Kimmy and I went to, we thought we were going out to a nice dinner. It was in your neighborhood.
Okay.
Remember? Howell Mill area.
Yeah, okay.
It was D'Angelo's or Fresco's or something. Anyways.
Del Frisco's.
Yeah. We thought we were going into a nice place, and there's Keno, first of all, everywhere. And then there were like slot machines and whatever. We called it depressings.
Depressings. When I went to Vegas, I was like, because I'm not a gambler, I was afraid to gamble in the real casinos.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would go to like O'Hallahan's or O'Gallagher's or whatever, like
the
on
airport.
the corner where where they would say the 64 ounce Bud Light, and you'd walk around.
Cigarettes
the poker buy-in would be like 50 cents.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm gonna double down. That's $1, sir. The dealer would be more drunk than you were. It was
the buy-in at this place that I was at in DC, it was $25 minimum.
Minimum.
So I went to go, minimum. So
inflation.
Supply chain inflation.
That's right.
Which is they blame everything on
supply chain.
So I went to the ATM to go get out some money because I thought, well, my thing with casinos is I like $100 and that's it. That's my play money.
Yeah.
That's my play money.
That's a
I'm
good idea.
okay losing it unless somebody else is willing to give it to me, and then I'll play all night.
Sure. Do you have random strangers?
Yes.
You have random strangers that give you chips?
Yes.
What the fuck is going on in this world?
So anyway, I went to the ATM and I thought, well, I'll just get out $100. The least I could get out was $500.
$500.
Yes.
That's the least amount of money.
The most I could get out was $2,000.
$2,000. Which ATM allows you $2,000?
It was the casino ATM.
I go to Wells Fargo and I got a fraud alert when I try and get $25 out. Well, that's for.
I know, and I was like, well, I'll get out $500, but I'm not going to spend it. I'm not going to spend it.
You spent it.
No, I didn't. And in fact, I was walking around with a friend of mine who knew, he was like, Baccarat's the way to go.
Baccarat?
Yeah, said that's the best one to play.
Isn't that a guy who used to make 70s cheesy music, Burt Baccarat? Who plays Baccarat? Baccarat?
I have no idea how to play Baccarat, but I was interested.
Baccarat's in the back of the casino.
I know. I was interested. I got out there, and I mean, it was so funny. We were going all around.
What the fuck is Baccarat? How do you play Baccarat?
I don't know.
Is that with the dominoes?
My friend, yes, I think it is with dominoes. My friend was like, it takes a little superstition and a little luck.
Anytime someone says it takes superstition and some luck, I might as well.
I'm a blackjack girl.
$100
I'm a blackjack
in my
girl, and every time I would sit down at the blackjack table, I would win, and then I would walk away with my winnings.
Well, then there you go. That's the way to do it.
Then I would go play something else.
Well, you'd walk away with your winnings and spend it somewhere else. So
I came away only losing $200.
Wow.
But we did go up into the high roller place. And I mean, Bryan, let me just tell you about this. So we went up there. I was like, what's up the escalator? What is up there? Seems fun.
Yeah, well, it's a high roller place.
It was the high roller place. And so my friend and I, we get up the escalator, we walk up there. He goes, it's $1,000 to sit down at these tables. I go, well, I'm not doing that. I go, but
well, let's go back downstairs.
I want to at least walk around this place and see. Bryan, it was like an ESPN show. It was the visors and the sunglasses
I've been.
on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And everything. And I was like, this is real.
I went to Vegas.
This is real.
I went to Vegas
This was
with a boss of
DC.
mine. I know. Anytime you have a casino, people love to fucking gamble. They love to fucking gamble.
It's an air of desperation.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like if you're in the high roller,
and
there's a lot of
pheromones
because people treat gambling like probably it should be with some bit of caution and some bit of danger. But gambling when we were kids, gambling, there was only one place in the United States where you could gamble, and that was Las fucking Vegas or Reno, maybe. So 2 places.
Yeah.
But you would go there. And
my dad was a dealer in Reno.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I went with my boss to Vegas one time, and I had no idea, no clue. We went to a conference. We land in Vegas. We're on the same plane. We get to Vegas. We take a cab to the hotel. He has put us both up in the hotel at the MGM Grand, which is the nicest part of the hotel.
Right.
It's an actual separate hotel. I remember this. It was like 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. And there was like a 90-inch flat screen TV in my fucking shower.
Yeah.
In my shower. So he says, we'll meet at the conference in a couple of hours. 3 p.m. rolls around. I dial up his cell phone. I say, hey, man, I'll meet you down at the conference. He says, listen.
I've been down here for 500 days.
That's what he said. He said, I'm not feeling so good. I can't make it to the conference.
What time is it? I've been down at the dealer table.
Go to the conference, and at a break, I call him again. Hey, man, how you feeling? Anything I can... But I can hear that he's not upstairs in his fucking room.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not feeling so good. So I start walking around, and in the MGM, they have a special, like, high roller section.
Yes,
right?
they do.
Roped off, red velvet, the whole 9 yards. And I'm walking by, and I fucking see the guy sitting there with a fucking baseball cap on. He flew to Vegas in a suit, and now he's got a baseball cap on, and he's sitting at the high-stakes poker table. And I'm like, hey, whatever. Peter!
Yeah.
And he's like, ignoring me.
Who's Peter?
I just walked up right to him, and I was like, I go, hey, what's going on? He's like, shh. You can't talk in this area. And I'm like, you can't talk in this area.
Oh, I know. I had a couple of drinks by the time I got to the whole high roller area, and I was walking around, and I was like, look at those people.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's a big no-no.
People were giving me the stink.
Oh, yeah, that's a big reason to get kicked out of there.
But I thought it was hilarious.
When you have millions of dollars on the line, no one wants to hear anything from you. And then you get the real weirdos who are like wearing headphones and like listening to music while they're playing poker. How the fuck did we get off on this topic?
Beads up their ass.
Anal beads up their ass. Anyway, this guy, there's a whole investigation going on about whether or not this guy's literally wearing anal beads trying to cheat at chess. I had no idea that chess was this like cutthroat that you would want to. I mean, I guess any competition, there's always going to be someone that's looking to cut corners. But I say, if the guy is literally wearing anal beads in order to win a chess competition,
more power to him.
He has just gotten smarter than everybody else. Yeah. That's all it is. It's not that he's not. Yeah. Moved to the left.
Don't go that way. Don't take that move.
So we're gonna have to check you for anal beads.
It's a full cavity search.
Pants. Been through one of those. Not fun. The reason why I ask you what you want to get Jeff for Christmas is because I found the perfect gift for any man in your life.
Is that right?
They're called Chaz Chips. And Chaz Chips is, I think they're based in Sweden. Chaz Chips now has vagina flavored chips. Pussy flavored chips is what they call them. Now, lest you think this is some marketing ploy like the whole Goop candle thing was, it really smells like vanilla, but they call it the vagina candle or whatever. They actually took swabs of women's vaginas. They put them into machines that test them for certain chemicals and, acidity and all this other stuff. And then they made a potato chip that was as close to...
A potato chip? Oh, I thought it was chips.
No. Potato chips, ones that you eat.
Oh, okay.
Vagina flavored potato chips.
These were chips. Why would I get Jeff these chips? Oh, okay.
So he can eat them.
Yeah.
So he can lose his virginity there in front of you.
He's got me.
Potato chips. But you haven't had sex before, so and I know you guys will get to it eventually. It's really fun. You should try it out. But vagina flavored potato chips. This
is not. Let me see this.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
I don't understand.
Oh my God.
All day today we've been recording, and all day, anytime I say anything, Krissy's like, "That's not true."
So millennials can get laid
So
more.
millennials can get laid more. The reason why they are making these potato
and there's
chips.
Lay's potato chips. Dun, 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 dun.
This is, that's what they say too. They say for millennials who lack the Lay's. If you can't get it up in the sack, then get it in a snack. A chip company purports to cater to sex-starved 30-somethings, boasting a new flavor that tastes like a woman's vajayjay. After tasting it, you will remember the wildest love adventures, your first real love, and even maybe the loss of your oral virginity, they claim on the website.
And also the night at the Martins.
The Martins. I'm still waiting for a picture from the Martins. I want to see I have to tell you something.
What?
This is the most fucking insane
Breaking
thing
news,
ever.
breaking
News about the Martins. If you listen to the Martins episode, if you didn't, go back and listen to the Martins episode. Someone on one of the applications, on one of the players, claimed to have known the Martins and have been to the party, lived in the small town. Now, they could be totally fucking bullshitting, right? And just making a joke out of it.
Yeah.
But I found that to be very fascinating that someone said they had been to the Martins.
What did they say about it?
They didn't say anything. They said they know the Martin. They said they know this party. They've been there before.
Martin is a very common last name.
Yeah, but how many Martins throw a homecoming party
Probably
every single
a lot.
year?
It's
How many
a very
have
common name.
How many have 7 children?
Probably a lot.
No.
Very
Come
common
on.
last name.
You're just being a contrarian today. Okay, for $9 a piece, for $9 a bag, you can get these vagina flavored chips that also are shaped like vaginas. So $9. $9. Holy shit!
No inflation there.
Oh, there's all inflation there because it comes in a box and you get a bag.
Chain, plus, you've got to get the vagina juiced and
That's
put
right.
it into the chip.
The reason why they claim they have made this potato chip is based on recent scientific studies that have shown that millennials are having up to 3 times less sex than generations before. They're more interested in being on a thirst trap like Instagram than actually getting their rocks off.
Their nookie.
I can't even believe it. Why? Why would you be more interested in looking at Instagram than you would actually having real life love?
Brian, we just had this conversation about your Instagram.
But I didn't say I stopped having sex because of it. That's not what happened. I'm also not in that age range. So, okay, are you ready?
Good for the chip maker.
Yeah, they're gonna sell 1 billion of these because it's all over the news. They're gonna sell 1 billion of these, and good for them. And
we might need to order some just for research purposes.
One step ahead of you, girl. One step ahead of you. They come out in January. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. That was just about you.
Where's our guy been?
Yeah, where's our guy been? He's in jail, I think.
The Hillsong guy?
The Hillsong guy? What was
Victory
his name?
V?
Yeah, Victory.
Every time I think about Victory V, it makes me think of him. What's his name?
Girl.
Chaz?
No, it's, what was his name?
It's Chaz.
Carl Lentz.
Carl.
Girl,
Hey, girl.
I can't go on stage with a full dick. I can't preach to the Lord on a full dick. Gonna need your help, girl.
Hey girl, it's me. You know, it's been a while. I've just been over here trying to convince my wife not to divorce me. But I thought I'd give you a call. I happen to be in your mom's neighborhood, so I'm gonna swing by and leave some flowers. I thought I'd jack off here on this video just to show you that I'm still pure as the driven snow. Look at that, I got a little jizz on my little J. Uh-oh. I'm gonna come by, you can clean it up for me. Thanks, girl. You know, it's hard for me to preach on a full dick.
Oh my God.
I gotta empty the reserves for the Lord. V for victory, it's V for vagina, you know what I'm saying, girl?
Victory V.
Hey girl, it's me, Carl. I know you have a restraining order, but I just thought I'd let you know that I'm still madly in love with my wife. But you're like almost as good. My wife stopped having sex with me. So I thought I'd swing by, flash you my cock before I go out and preach.
Oh, preach. Hashtag preach.
Hashtag preach. Hashtag penis preach. Hashtag preach and penis.
Didn't you drop a load of cash off to it? Another girl?
I dropped a load of something, girl. You know I did. I did. I dropped $25,000 on a doorstep. But it's all in the up and up. It's just me praising the Lord. I took my Ferrari over to your mom's house. I dropped a bag of cash. They also had a Polaroid of my cock. I just wanted you to know who sent it.
That's perfect.
Thanks, girl. I appreciate it. Okay, I gotta go. I think Bryan's trying to do a segment. I think Bryan's trying to do a show. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, I miss Carl.
Yeah, Carl's good. Hey everybody, it's that time in the commercial break when we take a short commercial break. You know the drill by now, so I'm not going to drag on. TCBpodcast.com is where you go if you want to watch any of the videos or listen to any of the audio of our entire library. Hit the Contact Us form and email us content ideas, questions, concerns, or comments. 661-237-8296. That's 661-BEST2YO. Send us a text message. It's not a spam text message line. We will reply. YouTube.com/The Commercial Break is where you find our video version. It's completely different than the audio version. Please hit subscribe and like on your favorite video. Make sure you use those specialized URLs and codes from our sponsors. They give you free shit, and we certainly would appreciate it. Rate us and review us on your favorite podcast player, and know that we're grateful for every one of you. Now, let's hear from those sponsors, and then we'll quickly be back to this episode of The Commercial Break. Got to take a moment and tell you about our sponsor, American Musical Supply. If you're a listener of Commercial Break, then you know that me, Bryan Green, is an aspiring rock star and guitar player. Was in a band, maybe you heard about it, 33P. Played 2 shows, one of them at an afternoon drinking party. 4 people in the crowd, was almost a rock star. One of the things we were always concerned about in the band was how are we going to get our new equipment? I wish American Musical Supply was around back then. American Musical Supply stocks the latest and greatest gear from today's top brands. Everything for a beginner like me to a seasoned professional like I wanted to be. Everything for the podcaster, home recording enthusiast, guitarist, drummer, vocalist, DJ, and much more. You get it. They run the gamut. The website is fantastic, and American Musical Supply has the best payment plans. They approve more people and do not require you to open a new credit card. They just use the one you've already got. American Musical Supply has over 30 years of award-winning customer service, so go to AmericanMusical.com and use the Commercial Break promo code TCB to receive $20 off your next purchase of $100. That's AmericanMusicalSupply.com and use the Commercial Break promo code TCB to receive $20 off your next purchase of over $100. If you're an audiophile, a gearhead, or you just want to play around with some instruments, go to American Musical Supply at AmericanMusical.com and make sure you use that promo code TCB. And thanks to American Musical Supply for being a sponsor of the Commercial Break. So many people writing into the commercial break, text messaging us, sending us emails, 661-237-8296. You know the drill. Give us a text message. And one of the things, hey, you know the drill, girl. Drop those digits right on your face. You know what I'm saying, girl? One of the things that we're getting, a couple of things we're getting a lot of Ask TCB, where you can ask us a question for our life advice, you know, because we're exactly who you want to go to for life advice.
Instead of paying someone for therapy, just listen to our commercials.
Fucked up degenerates.
On the ads, and then we'll help you.
Yeah, we'll help you. Just do us a favor and buy from our sponsors, and we'll be happy to send you some advice. And the other thing we get a lot of is we're getting a lot of stories. Sometimes I fear that people are just trying to one-up each other on the craziness of the stories, but who cares? It's fun, and you know what? We'll listen to. We'll talk.
Boy.
But you got to write a coherent fucking message. That's all I'm asking you. When you write when you can't even write in sentences, it's unlikely that I'll understand exactly how to present the story. So all I ask is, get a friend or something to write
or
the story.
App.
Yeah, or an app.
There's apps out there.
Rip it off of Reddit like other podcasts do. But I thought what I would do is I'd take a couple questions we've gotten for Ask TCB, and I'd throw them out here on this episode, and let's see where it goes.
Ask TCB.
This one comes from our good friend Tad. T-A-D, Tad. Hey, Tad, how you doing? Thanks for writing in. He writes to 661-BEST-TO. Bryan and Krissy, I'm a 21-year-old single man working at an office as an executive salesperson. In January, we hired a new CSO, Chief Sales Officer, and he is my official boss, quote unquote. He is super hot, and he's a recently divorced man in his late 30s. I feel like some sexual tension has been building for a while between us. While we have never addressed it directly, it's clear we're flirting on the DL. I know that office DL flirting where you just kind of, you just give a look here, or touch there.
Or in the case of Clear Channel, it was full on.
Yeah.
No DL.
Welcome to the weekly projection meetings. I'm going to drop a load on this girl's face real quick, and then we'll get on with the projection.
Clear Channel where you just, it's very overt.
Yeah. It was a sexual
We shouldn't say
harassment
that. They're
hub.
probably going to be our employer here and they're going to get drop some contract on us.
Until then.
Yeah. I feel like some sexual tension has been building between us. While we have never addressed it directly, it's clear we're flirting on the DL. He is a very prim and proper man, and he's very aware of the office rules around harassment and fraternizing.
That's nice.
We have very strict rules about it. You can get fired for even flirting with superiors. Or I imagine the other way around too. So I feel like he's being very restrained around, of course. Why, he doesn't want to lose his job. He just got hired.
Yeah, exactly. He's the CSO, which
He's
I've
the
never heard
CSO.
of. A chief sales
officer. I have actually. I've heard of this title. But I can feel his energy once he gets close. It's a vibe. He must feel it too, Bryan and Krissy.
It's a vibe.
Last week, we went to a co-worker's going away party at a bar, and we sat next to each other all night. We had some drinks, and he got overly flirty with me. But then he left early, and nothing came of it.
Right. Good call.
Good call.
Good
on
call,
his part.
CSO.
Yes, CSO. I'm at the point now where I need to say something before I explode. All right, settle down. Put your little Peter back in its pants.
Yeah,
Settle down. I understand how you feel, but you can't go crazy like this. I have thought that I would even look for another job if it would help him feel more comfortable in pursuing these feelings. I know I sound kind of crazy, but I feel like it's fate we're in each other's lives. What do I do? Thanks for your advice. Love you both. Best to you. You're acting like an idiot, Tad. You're acting like an idiot. Yeah, best to you, Tad. And I'm just going to be real straight up with you. There are plenty of dicks in the sea, and you do not need to quit your job in order to pursue a relationship with one particular man you happen to have a pheromone exchange with. This is not a great idea. Jobs, first of all, are going to become real scarce here pretty soon because I don't know if you've heard, but there's like a whole depression coming. So I wouldn't quit your job. If you're doing well at your job, stick with your job. Your job is where you work. Outside your job is where you find dick.
Rein in the pheromones.
Rein
now, it's hard. We've been there, Bryan.
Literally, it's hard.
And literally, we've been there.
Hey, Tad, it's me, Carl, your boss. I feel it too, boy. I feel it. I feel you rubbing up against my leg every once in a while at the printer. I know we're just two long, lost, disparate lovers waiting for each other to quit each other's jobs. But I just gotta let you know, I'm not quitting my fucking job. What are you, a moron? You're 10 years my junior. I just got divorced. Leave me alone.
Yeah, and the other thing is you might be reading these signals completely wrong. Some people are flirty by nature. They're like, that's just the way that they
naughty
roll.
by nature,
Yeah,
too.
naughty by nature. Half our audience has no fucking clue what we're talking about.
Who, naughty
you down
by
with
nature
OPP?
is?
Yeah, naughty by nature.
Know me.
Yeah, I think that some people are just that's just like kind of they elude that sexuality, and you may be interpreting these signals differently. And by the way, anybody who gets a couple of drinks in them and sits next to anybody else that is mildly attractive is going to start flirting with them. It's
I mean, I flirt with the bank teller when I go there.
Hey!
I mean, I do. I mean, it's like you kind of, it's in my nature.
Hey, Jeff, it's Bryan. Yeah, I know we've been trying to get rid of Hoadley for a while. I think I've got the evidence right here on tape. Call you later. Bye. Soon we'll be together like it's meant to be, Jeff. You and me. I'm going to stop by the apartment if you don't mind, Jeff. We'll take a quick bath together. I'll do your manscaping for you, and then I'm going to bring my whole right side of my armoire. It's dedicated to my manscaping.
I spend more on manscaping every year than most people spend on their car payment.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, listen, this is.
I think a lot of men are in the same boat.
Yeah, I know, but I really got like a whole. My wife hates it. She's like, just let it fly, and I'm like, I'm not going to let it fly.
Jeff tells me that, and I'm like, I'm not letting it fly.
Yeah, I mean, I tell Ass. Well, anyway, listen, Tad. Tad. This is an awesome name. Back to Tad. Tad. Don't be a dum-dum here. Just go to work and then go wherever else it is you find single guys and go there.
Go
the bar,
get
Tinder,
somebody else
whatever.
To fascinate on.
Because you could be horribly mistaken here, and you could embarrass yourselves and possibly
he's talking
him.
About leaving his job in order to pursue a relationship. How do
you even broach that question? It's like, hey Jim, it's me, Jim. I'm quitting. Why? Why are you quitting? Because we're in love with each other. Obviously. What? I don't even like men, Tad. Oh, you don't? Don't quit. Don't do
don't
this.
Quit.
Yeah,
don't quit unless you just hate the job. Then quit.
Yeah, but I don't get the impression that was the deal. I get the impression.
Experience. Stay there for a year at least.
Yeah, like my dad said, when you start your new job, you should be looking for your new job. But most people stick with their careers, like they stick with a job like 2 or 3 years.
1 to 2 years.
6 months to 7 months, or in my case, 2 to 3 months, and then you move on. Yeah, don't. This is silly. You've got a crush on somebody. Just let it go. Get over it. That's my thing. Fascinate on somebody else, because you shouldn't be putting everybody's careers in jeopardy over a crush. And if you guys
don't tell anyone else in the office what you're feeling, what you're thinking.
I have a suspicion Tad has told everybody in the office what he's thinking.
I have a suspicion.
He's probably telling the assistants and everybody else, all the other salespeople. They probably went to like a company retreat and he wrote "I heart," Jim, in the front of his hotel door room
with like a dick stamp. On the shower door.
Yeah, he's like, "Can you leave this key for Jim?"
The best to you, Tad.
Best to you, Tad. We love you. Keep on listening, bud.
Yep.
Don't quit your job. Okay, Ask TCB number 2. Hi, TCB family. I have a problem and I need some help. And this one is a doozy. All right, I like doozies. My best, and by the way, how old are you? 60, 70, 90 years old? Says this one's a doozy.
I love the word doozy.
Yeah. My best friend recently came in to see me from out of state. She's been dating a new guy and she's all excited about it. Okay, I like that. We've not seen each other since the pandemic started, so it's been some time since we had real face-to-face girl time. And everybody needs real face-to-face girl time. Who's this from? I want to make sure that I say her name. Carol. I'm going to call her Carol. Caroline is her name. She put it there. She wants it said. Caroline, anyway.
Okay.
Okay, it's been a long time since we had real face-to-face girl time. Hi, Caroline. Best to you. When we got to dinner the first night, I wanted to hear all about the guy. Of course, you want to catch up. You want to, you're excited to talk about it. We've talked about him before, and she showed me pictures over the phone. He was cute enough, and I was happy for her. And I was also happy for her that she was happy. No drama that I could tell of, but when I asked about him at dinner, she broke out some pictures on her phone. Oh, no. Well, he's married. Oh. To 2 other women.
What?
Literally,
2?
They are polygamists. The picture had the 3 of them hanging all over this sad
They
Chad.
want her to be the third sister wife?
I was shocked.
Brian, this is your domain.
This is my domain. I'm about to drop some really good advice. I was shocked. I could not believe that she had kept this from me. I also literally couldn't believe that she would ever agree to this kind of setup. It's gross in my opinion. We grew up as teens together and we went to college together, and I never saw anything that would indicate she would be okay with this kind of shitheadery.
But each to their own.
Each to their own.
If she's okay with it, then
she's a superwoman. I'm gonna give some.
Okay.
I'm gonna give an opinion here, not some advice, but an opinion. This girl is a superwoman. She's all about women's rights, and she's always been very independent. I know that you 2 agree with me on this, that this is a shitbag situation, but
That's
she
correct.
will not listen to me. Yeah.
I would never be in that situation. However,
when I told her my feelings, she totally defended this, and I was floored.
Yeah.
How do I get through to her? Can you tell her? I will send this episode to her. Her name is Leah. Please help. Okay, so Caroline. Here's for Leah. Leah. Wrecking the studio.
Hey, Leah. It's me, Carl. Sleeping with a married man is not a bad thing, but you got to keep it on the DL. You know what I'm talking about? Sleeping with a married man is only good when you're sleeping with a married man and the wife doesn't know. When it's all 3 of you together, it's bound to be a shitty situation. So I'm going to drop some cash on your front door. I'm going to drop some cash on your front door, and you take that and you get yourself an airplane ticket. You know what I'm talking about? I love you.
Leah. Never in the history of ever has any of these situations truly worked out without some kind of forceful, like
somebody's going to get
somebody's
jealous.
hanging something over. That's right.
Let's just say
Everybody's going to get jealous.
Somebody's going to get jealous.
Yes. And when you put
feel
yourself in a
left
situation
out.
where you're depending on a man for everything, no matter how much you like the other women, you're going to get stuck. And when you get stuck, you won't be able to get out.
I think Leah needs to maybe go to a swingers club.
I get the sense that this isn't about swinging. This is about she got wrapped up with a guy who now she's enamored with, and she thinks that he has like some magical dick powers because they, you know, and now sister wives, and we're gonna have some camaraderie. I watch these television shows all the time, Leah, and I'm telling you what, it never works out. Do you know that show?
Unless you're willing to go into multi-level marketing.
Yeah, multi-level marketing.
That's what they all are in.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's very true.
Have you seen this show, the My 12 Wives or whatever it is? The one that's been on TLC for like 14 years.
It's awful.
It's awful. And he started with 5 wives.
Marketing.
He's in multi-level marketing. Started with 5 wives. He's down to 3, and one of them's leaving him. He's down to 2. You want to know why? Because he's an asshole who treats these women like fucking shit. Because when you're in a relationship, you should be paying attention to that person. It's hard enough with one, let alone with 5.
Yes.
And then you start putting kids in the mix, and they're all fucked up in the head because they got 5 mommies and 1 daddy, and the daddy doesn't treat them well. This is
That's
a
why I'm
shitty
advocating
situation.
going to the swingers club.
Go
check that out first.
Glory holes. That's what you need.
No.
Glory holes.
Go check out like swingers clubs first if you're looking for that.
Swinging is completely different than polygamy. Swinging is like sexual activity with multiple people at the same time.
She seems like an independent woman.
Yeah, and that's why it's hard for our girl Caroline to believe that Leah would ever put herself in a position to have married to a guy who's got multiple wives. Leah, it's Bryan and Krissy from the commercial break.
Here.
You don't know us, right?
We're here from
and
you.
your husband probably your new husband doesn't let you listen to anything like this. But
they're not married yet.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't say. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Run. Don't walk away from this situation. Polygamy is bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. Try out swinging first. That's like a dip in the toe. It's like a toe dip.
Yeah, but
into multiple partners.
But
because if you don't like that, you're not gonna like polygamy.
But let me
let
me clarify just a little bit.
Okay.
Polygamy in most of these situations, I mean, I get what you're saying.
I know what polygamy is.
But polygamy they do not sleep together ever.
I know, but if you're okay sharing a man in a swinging situation, then maybe you'd be okay being married to a man.
Put a pineapple upside down in your golf in your shopping cart at the Publix and start there first. See what happens. Yeah,
start sharing one man with another woman and sexually, and see how that goes. Then, if that's okay, if you love it and you're glad to get rid of him for a while, then you might be into polygamy.
If you like sharing a dick, you might be into polygamy. I can't believe this.
I would go swinging first, then.
And here's the thing: is that I read that like polygamy is on the rise, big time. Like it's not only about
it's a recession.
It's recession proof. Polygamy is recession proof. Death, medical supplies, and polygamy.
It's on the rise.
If I can't even imagine what having 2 wives would be like. I can't imagine it.
I mean, you already have me.
I know.
Astrid,
well, that's true.
So,
I do. I have 2 wives, and it fucking sucks. Yes. Neither of them like me. So get out. Head for the hills. Head for the hills.
Yes. Try a little swinging action first. See if you're okay. If you don't get jealous, if everything's okay, and in fact you're ready to kind of get rid of the guy.
Yeah.
Then you might be a candidate for polygamy. I'm just saying.
I don't care what kind of kink you're into. I'm just
like multi-level marketing.
I don't care what kind of kink you're into. Our opinions are the same. Don't do this. This is just silliness. You'll get over him he's not the best guy in the world. Trust me. Just think about that. Go back to college when you were, forming your formative years, when you were looking at the world in a certain way. Your friend here says you're very independent, hardworking human being.
There's so many subjective things here too, like what religion are they? How old are they? Again, I know I'm the voice of reason coming in here, but like their scientific study, like there's a lot of factors here.
Yeah. And one of them is polygamy. So
Yeah.
get the fuck
Don't go there first. Don't go there first. Dip your toe in the water with swinging first.
Don't do it. All right, you ready for one more?
Sure.
Let's do one more. This is from our boy Peter. Hey, Peter, how are you? Best to you.
Beep,
Thanks
beep.
for writing in 661-237-82. Peter writes that he has recently started dating a new lady. They're both in their 30s, and
Congratulations.
yeah, good for you, Peter. It's been about 10 years since Peter was in any kind of serious relationship. Oh, okay, here we go.
He's been playing the field.
Yes.
Since then.
He has a situation he has not come up upon in his previous dating life, and that
10
is
years ago?
10 years ago. Well, in his dating life. 10 years ago, he was in a serious relationship. He's just saying, I don't know what this means, dating life. But anyway, he says, my new girlfriend is interested in bringing another woman into the bedroom.
Nice.
I think this is a fantastic idea, but I've heard you talk about this on the show before, Bryan, and it sounded like it turned out miserably for you.
Yes. You mean the women that kicked you out of the bedroom?
That's right.
And said, go to Charleston and go get some booze from Charleston?
They told me to go get cigarettes.
Yeah.
I came back and they were like
They were
scissoring.
coupled
Yeah,
up.
they were scissoring.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, can I jump back in?
Yeah,
We're
like,
good.
We're
We're
good.
good.
We're
Go
good
take
now.
a shower, clean up.
Yeah.
We'll be done in a second. Any advice? We haven't brought a woman into the bedroom yet, but when we go to the bars, we're constantly scanning the bar for someone that looks interesting.
Fun.
I know this is going to happen sooner than later because my girlfriend is super sexy and she has this effect on women that they start flirting together. And I know it's going to happen. I'm basically saying I know it's going to happen very soon. Any advice on how to mentally prepare for the eventuality of me being in bed with two super hot chicks? Your advice will be bad, I know, but I just want some comfort. Let me know. Okay. Well, best to you, Peter. Listen. Here's the best advice. I want you mentally to think about this.
Stock up.
Yeah, run a mile, eat lots of carbs, get ready, get a good night's sleep.
Stock up on booze and cigarettes.
Stock up on anything they could
Drugs.
possibly ask you, all of it, everything, Cialis, all of it. Whatever these women ask you to do in the course of the evening, you fucking do it, even if that means going to Waffle House to get some food while they take a break together. Be prepared for the moment when you are all of a sudden out of the mix a little bit and they are going at it together. Because now this has happened to me a couple of times, and all of the times that this happened to me, there is that moment when you are completely useless. And at that time, you're going to have to figure out what to do with yourself. And now you can either do it to yourself, literally do it to yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can gracefully bow out for a few minutes and, get a water break or, watch some ESPN. I don't know what you're going to do there, Pete, but just be prepared that this is not going to be all about you. It's likely not going to be all about
Right.
you. It's going to be at some moment about them.
Very true.
Yes.
This is not like the girls are going to be totally just all over Peter.
Maybe for a minute.
And
Yeah.
Maybe for a minute.
Yeah.
But then they're going to want to explore their sexuality.
That's
and
right.
then maybe two of you will want to do. There's going to somebody's left out in a threesome always.
That's right.
That's why you should always do a foursome.
Hey, Peter, I just want to jump in here and give you some advice. It's me, Carl. Do it for the Lord, Peter. Do it for the Lord. Whatever the Lord wants you to do, just get on in there and work hard, carry the loaves, twist the fishes, whatever they
Get
say.
the olives.
Turn some water into wine. That's right, olive. Bring an olive branch. Pray a little bit. Bring your prayer book. That's what I gotta say.
Eat, pray, love.
Pray. Eat, pray, love. There may be a time when you can read some Bible verses, maybe right outside the door, while you listen to your girlfriend getting off. Be prepared. This is the first time your girlfriend will actually be satisfied with any lovemaking session. Prepared mentally for that. This is coming from a guy who knows, because I've been with the Lord, talking to him all day long. Okay, bye, Peter. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, you know what? That's some good advice, Carl.
But I would recommend actually, be open to it and do it. Try it. See if you like it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not, dude, go for it,
You're
bro.
only going to get divorced if you do this a few more times.
Yeah, just it's. If we haven't played this episode yet, which we may never, may always go in the trash can. But Krissy and I were talking about, I was citing a scientific study that other people have been talking about lately that says that the more lovers you have previous to your marriage, the more likely you are to get a divorce. And so, Peter, get prepared for a divorce.
You can only do this a few times before your likelihood of divorce goes up.
So 50
take
to 1,000
advantage.
lovers, and you're 100% likely to get divorced.
Take advantage.
Take advantage. It's not all about you, Peter, but I would say do it because, listen.
No, it's definitely not going to be all about you. It's going to be all about the two girls.
I've had a couple friends that I've spoken with about their threesome situations or their perception of what a threesome situation would be. And it seems like what they think it is, it's going to be, one girl, with his dick in her mouth and the other girl like tickling his taint for 3 hours. That's not how it's going to be. No. Because if your girlfriend is interested in bringing another woman in the bed, it's because she's sexually interested in women.
Another woman.
Yeah, and she wants to explore that sexuality and have a dick on hand in case they need one.
Yes.
They could have a dick on the side in case they need one. At least that's my experience now. It could have been that I just was unlucky and just happened to be there when they were ready to go at it. But the reality for me was, I also had this preconceived notion.
Sure, like 2 girls on me. Whee!
When those 2 girls were in my bed that first time, like during the Olympics.
Like, Bryan, just go get us some more booze.
Right. There was at one point I was in the middle, and then at one point I ended up on the side of the bed and then off the bed. It's like I just kept getting. It's kind of like my sleeping arrangements now in my house. Yes. I just keep getting pushed further and further off the bed, and now I'm sleeping on the floor.
Exactly.
Listen, Peter, you're in a great position, bud.
Experience it.
This is a dream come true for a lot of guys. And I know that you've probably if you're like any other, red-blooded, straight male, then hey, if you're red-blooded any kind of human being, you've probably fantasized about having multiple lovers at the same time. And I would say to you,
guys, girls, guys
on guys. Yeah. I like having fun with girls. I like having fun with guys. Yes. I like having fun. You, my friend, are a lucky man. So, report back. We want to hear what goes on.
What happened?
Yeah,
I want to know. Did you get sent away for booze?
And if you did, how'd you handle it?
Yeah.
Uncle Bryan's telling you right now, be prepared for that moment when they ask you to leave the bedroom. It'll happen. You'll be fine. Just know that and also know that even though it's not about you.
You can just put a camera up.
Yeah. So you can relive you can live your embarrassment over and over again with your friends.
A victory V.
The victory V, girl. And remember, it's not all about you, but it's also not all about you. So
and it's not for everyone.
So don't take it personally. It's not for everyone. That's for goddamn sure. I'll tell you that right now. You could end up in years of therapy after one of those sessions. I know I did. All right, well, this is what you do. You got to go to tcbpodcast.com. The new, not brand new, the new tcbpodcast.com. For more information on Krissy and I, you can hit the Contact Us button. Questions, comments, concerns, content ideas. We're taking them all at tcbpodcast.com. And also, text us, 661-237-8296. That's 661, the word best, the number 2, Y-O, yo. That's where you send your Ask TCBs. That's where you send your crazy stories. That's where you look for advice. Ask Uncle Bryan. And coming up very shortly, Krissy, as promised, the world's greatest psychic.
When are we doing this? We've got to soon.
When I wrap my head around exactly how to get this guy in the studio and have me in the studio at the same time, if you know what I mean. All right, I'm working on the logistics. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's a thing.
Somebody could push somebody out.
We need a set change. Yeah, someone could push someone else out. That's right. So I said 661-237-8296, and what I'm also saying is
I'll run to the store while you and the pet psychic go at it.
I need you here. We need a pair of knee tits here, Carl. YouTube.com/the commercial break. That's where the Full episodes are on video. Morgan does a great job. You're going to love it. Subscribe, like, comment on your favorite videos. Please do. And add the commercial break on Instagram. All right, Krissy. We answered all the questions. I love you.
I love you, Bryan.
Best to you.
And best to you.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. Until next time, Krissy and I always say, we do say, and we must say,
bye.
Bye.